Good morning, guys, or afternoon, whatever time this is. So I'm going to be doing a frame shot on this Glock 35, um, 34, 17, 22. They're all the same frame. I'm gonna show you how I got the measurement. I have no gun as reference. The only thing I have is these two magazines, which is a Glock 23 19 mag or a Glock 17 22 mag. So I lined them up by the follower and the back side of the magazine, and that's how I was able to get a line drawn across it. A good way to do this is use a ruler to make sure everything's straight, or anything that's just hard and straight. So just measure to the best of your abilities, and then go with a pencil and make a straight line through. From there, you want to get blue tape or any tape in general and line up the straight side with the line that you drew. So yeah, this is my first time doing it, by the way. So it's a bit of a learning curve. You guys will see, but it was an adventure well worth it. I'm very satisfied with the product that came out. So you see, I'm just putting pressure on the edge so I can cut it with a knife. I have a little X-Acto knife. So I'm just gonna cut it. So once it's cut, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the gun. So I'm gonna insert that magazine ever so slightly, just enough to where it touches. Then I'm going to get the line and the tape. I mean, the line. Get the tape and put it on the magazine flush. So it's on it. The Glock 19 23 is on an angle. It's not the same size, the same angle as the Glock 17 or 22. So this is how I got that angle and the size of how much I should cut. Also, you take out the magazine release and you see where the magazine catch, the metal part is supposed to line up. That's where the magazine catches. So I'm right there comparing the 22 or 17 mag. Now I get the 23 19 mag and I line it up to the tape and see how far it lines up. The base pad for the 23 19 mag doesn't makes it line up perfectly. It's a slightly off, but it's okay because we want to cut less. Remember, when doing stuff like this, you can always cut more. You cannot add more. So it's best to just cut less and then just gradually cut a little bit more, ever so slightly, and a little bit more until you get the desired length cut that you want or angle that you want. So the trick to this is just patience, lots of patience. So just stay patient and cut away. You'll see with the 17 mag, there's a little bit of play when the magazine's all the way inserted. We're going to want the same thing for the Glock 23 mag or 19 mag. You guys see me call it all the different names throughout this whole video. Just know that I'm talking about the same magazine. The 23 and the 19 are essentially the same size. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a line with the hot iron. And this line is going to be my reference cut for my cutting wheel to not jump off. So I have the tape, I got a hot iron solid line. So I warm myself. So I'm taking all the precautions. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing a frame shop or modifying a frame on anything that's a gun related gun related. So I'm just taking my time, and you guys should take your time as well. Remember that you cannot rush perfection. And yes, I'm far from perfect, and you guys will see at the end, this is nothing but perfect. But I'm saying but a lot. You guys get the point. Just take your time and move forward, and slowly cut away, chop away until you get what you want or need. Especially if this is your first time. Like I mentioned, this is my first time, and I don't even have a Glock 19 as a reference point. Most videos I watch online, they have a 19, they borrow a 19 as a reference point so they can make that angle cut and it could be perfect. I don't have any of that. So don't be afraid, like to just go for it. Like, you guys got this. I haven't met you guys personally, so I don't know if you got this, but like, I'm pretty sure you do. If you just take your time and pursue what you want. I finished dremeling that out. It's a little rough, but you just want to fold it back because we're not done yet. So right here is what the magazine catches. So you can't really see it from right here. So I put it right here, turn it around. You see where the magazine catch? It's right there. That piece right here. So we got our G19 right here. We can barely see it peeping. So if you want to get fancy and measure this with the ruler, see that it's 1, 2, 3 lines. 3 lines. Maybe 4 or 2 just to be safe. Just mark it 2 lines right here. So put this right here. 2. Just work it slowly. So from these lines, I can just right here line them up like that. Same thing with the other side. Line them up. And then we'll just sand that away and see how it happens. This time I'm not gonna use a grinder. I'm gonna using a rotisserie sander. I find this a lot easier for me. Everybody's different. Do what works best for you and whatever tool you have at your disposals. See how it moves a little bit, so it's almost engaging. See how much we have left. Before it was like right here, now it's a little bit more. I still haven't reached the line, so I'm just gonna keep sanding it and checking it every once in a while. Alright, again, checking it. Almost. See how much still I have. So just keep working until it catches. Sorry again. Turn with the Glock 19. And like I mentioned, the whole reason we put the tape is so we can get the angle right. And you see how we have the angle right over here. And the magazine is almost catching. I'm just gonna go a little bit more. And hopefully I'm gonna put the magazine catch again and see hopefully it works. So frame shot done. Magazine pops out. So 17, 19, 17 goes in. Pops out. 19 goes in. Pops out. Grip is good. I like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a mag well. And this is just gonna be for looks, to button it up. Right here. So I'm going to, this is in the way and it really does nothing. So I'm just gonna grind that off and see what I'm left with from there. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this little pocket. Most Glocks have this little, or all Glocks have this little slight edge to it. So I'm going to do the ground sander. I'm just going to work it full speed, and I'm just going to work the sides. And I'm just doing 2 little grooves. 2 grooves, 1, 2. And if I need to, I'll go more. But I think 2 will be good to start off with. Alright, so here's my progress. I want to do it with a mag well, so I'm going to choose. Seems like it doesn't want to fit. That's unfortunate. Maybe I need to sand this more. Alright, so I grinded this as much as possible. And it still won't fit properly. It seems like the plastic is too thick. I don't want to continue messing with this, so I'm gonna move on to the frame, and I'm going to thin this out so this can fit nice and snug. You can do this with this tool. Little rotating disc, but it's metal. It'll be a bit easier. I'm just gonna go a little bit at a time. So I got my tape. This was just the beginning of my nightmare. Well, it wasn't much of a nightmare, but learning curve. I sanded down a bit too much in my opinion. It still looks good. You guys will see at the end. As you can see from my mess cutting wheel, I've been going through hell trying to fit in this mag pole. I mean this tactical. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name right now. I'll put in the name on the screen right now. This mag well, it's a really good quality mag well, and I'm pretty sure if it was a stock Glock 19, it would fit perfectly. But since I'm doing a shop frame, and the mag well hugs around the whole the whole gun itself, it's having a very tough time fitting to this Glock 17, which originally had a different angle on it, and I'm over here trying to manipulate it to have the angle that I want. So I'm just working it with the grinder, hand file, and just slowly trying to work it in there. But it is taking a minute, but it's not impossible, but it does require lots of patience. I'm pretty sure it'll be well worth it at the end. Once you see this nice and stuck to the gun, I'm pretty sure I'll be satisfied with it. So I'm just gonna keep going at it, and I'll give you guys an update in a bit. The mag well hugs around the whole gun itself. It's having a very tough time fitting to this Glock 17, which originally had a different angle on it, and I'm over here trying to manipulate it to have the angle that I want. So I'm just working it with the grinder, hand file, and just slowly trying to work it in there. But it is taking a minute, but it's not impossible, but it does require lots of patience. I'm pretty sure it'll be well worth it at the end. Once you see this nice and stuck to the gun, I'm pretty sure I'll be satisfied with it. So I'm just gonna keep going at it. I got it on there. I made a template for the back. Essentially, just take your time and try to take as much material out of the mag well. The mag well is replaceable. The frame is technically not, depending on where you live. But yeah, just mag well. Try to take as much time as you can. The frame as little as possible. I kind of want a little ham in there, but it is what it is. magazines go in and they drop free. Alright, so this is a template I made with the hole. I'm going to heat this up and hold it with some pliers, and I'm going to stick the hole in there and melt the hole through and try to look for it. So I was able to put the bolt on, turn tactical, Glock 19 mag. Okay, work the edge a little bit more so it can drop free. But other than that, it's working fine. So just a little bit of filing from the inside with the file. Stop. So it's actually a Glock 35, but 34, 17, they all have the same frame. It's a large size frame. The only thing that changes is the slide and the caliber, of course. This is a Glock 23, same thing as a Glock 2019 mag. Glock 22, it's the same thing as a Glock 17. So this is my first time ever doing this. Again, it's my first time ever doing this. The reason why I recorded my first time ever doing it, yes, it's not perfect. It's not the prettiest job in the world. I'm going to stipple this, and it's gonna be my second time ever stippling an actual gun. But the whole point of me recording this and documenting this is, don't be afraid. Like, look, just drops free from up top. It's like, it's my first time ever doing this. I never done this before. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. Just go for it. Like, just remember, if it's your first time, you never done anything like this before, go slow. I cannot stress that enough. Just take your time, go nice and slow, take out a little bit at a time, and it's going to turn out right. And at the end of the day, it's something you did, and yes, you could have paid somebody else to do it, but guess what? That person will probably could charge you an arm and a leg, a few $100. That's a lot of money in today's world. Well, not so much, but you get my point. $100 is $100. Go out on a nice date with your lady, take out your mom out to dinner, do something like that. Yeah, like, it's not the prettiest in the world, but the magwell hides it. I could have done it without the magwell and it would have worked just fine, but I wanted the magwell because the magwells could help as a thinking extension to push my pinky up and get my hand higher up on that grip. I'm also going to do a double undercut right here on the trigger, so get my hand nice up and high. Second time ever I'm going to be doing that, but don't be afraid of modifying your gun permanently like this. The only suggestion that I have is go slow, go slow, go slow, go slow.